Welcome back, you guys, to another episode of Valheim Hardcore. Or at least our version of it, okay, hold on. At least our version of a hardcore playthrough. There you go. Can I just start off by saying I've been looking up like some guides just to basically remind myself how dangerous the snowy biome is and things that I can get caught up on, because we are going to need to go there really soon and start getting some supplies and materials. I would say frost arrows most importantly for our bone mass fight. Now, I don't really have any guides or anything like that about why you should use frost arrows, but supposedly I guess bone mass is pretty susceptible to frost. So if we want to do a cheese method, which the developers have tried really hard to get rid of, we're gonna need some frost arrows. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to explore the snowy biome, but I'm not going to be doing that today in this first episode. But I just wanted to state how funny it is that every time I've looked up a guide for the snowy biome, the first thing that's ever talked about in terms of survivability when you first ever walk into the snowy biome, and these are from content creators that are like have thousands and thousands of views, is to get the wolf cape, which requires silver. And you know where you find silver? In the frost biome. You can't. That's the first recommendation. I click on 3 videos. That's the first thing you have to do. The first thing you should do is craft a wolf cape. How would you like that? How would you like the audience to do that with no silver? I think it's funny. Their videos are all really, really good and insightful, so definitely check them all out. But at the end of the day, I just actually thought it was really funny before I jumped into Valheim today, how many guides just start off initially by saying, hey, go get you should craft this, even though you have to get that item in the said territory you're trying to defend against, and you have to go get that thing. It just sounded kind of roundabout to say that's the first thing you should do. It should have been like the second or third thing you should do. First thing you should do is craft the mead stuff. Then the second thing you should do is craft all the stuff needed to make yourself not killable. Good armor, high stamina potions, health regens, things like that. So I feel really confident that we can survive in the snowy biome. We are going to take our sweet time building a base and a bunch of other stuff before that. So I'm thinking like we build like a base at the base. So we build like a little house at the base of the frost biome. So that way we can always go into the frost biome all regened up and we have like rested, and it's gonna be great. But today, to get ready to go into the frost biome, oh good God, sorry, got a little eccentric there. Okay, sorry. So in order for us to do all that, we are going to need some better food. So we need to start crafting just like deer stew, carrot soup. Well, I don't remember what the other one was, but today we're going to be gathering. We're going to be hunters, gatherers. We're going to pick up berries from the Black Forest. We're going to go, you know, mining our bee farm. We're just gonna do a bit of that today because we need better food options so that way our health bar is a lot higher in order to make it to the frost biome. And I also think we need more frost potions as well, just in case. But anyways, I thought you guys would be I would think that you guys you would get a kick from hearing about that. If you guys have ever looked up any of those guides yourself, I just laughed because it's just like that's the first thing you should do is craft the cape that you can't craft because you don't have the material. Why? I get the point though. Anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, then you know that I am no expert in Valheim. I am just a standard player that enjoys survival sandbox games. And being that I have experience in Valheim before this point, I thought it'd make it a lot more interesting to make a hardcore world based off of our own set of rules and criteria. So I hope you guys enjoy for however long you stay. And if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so, or checking out all the other videos that we have on the channel and leaving a like. All that fun stuff, right? Gotta say it at least once. That was a pretty long intro. I do apologize. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh man, how do I get back into this? What's gonna be nice is if we go into the frost biome before we beat bone mass, we won't get raided by the wolves yet. We're gonna need just generic arrows. If we're gonna be running around just being gatherers today, we're just gonna need basic wood arrows, and we got some of that here. I think we've got lots of daytime. I always rest at the end of my videos so that way we can like see a world dawn. I guess if we're just foraging, we're not going to need resin or our hammer. So anyways, we should have plenty of daytime is what I'm saying. Okay, so our backpack inventory seems to be just fine. If we take a look here, I brought kind of the most essential things, food, and I have no idea if I'm ever going to Maybe we should put these down here because we won't ever really need fire arrows, not unless we're killing trolls. Probably won't need this either unless we go and we probably are gonna mine some stuff, but that's just too heavy to carry, isn't it? So we'll just equip that. So we should have plenty of room to gather berries and stuff. And so as far as directions go, I mean, this was the direction of another black forest. So that kind of sounds like where we want to go. Maybe I should have explained all of what I found out now while we're in the middle of running around, but I don't know. I actually think after the third video I clicked into just to make sure that I was checking all my bases, I finally just like rolled my eyes and went, but what if you can't, your first ever, you walk into the winter biome and the first thing that you get recommended to do is craft something you can't craft. Oh God, oh God, oh God, where'd it go? Oh, I didn't mean to throw it. Okay. But anyways, I wasn't knocking their ability to make videos or anything, but I just think that advice is a little backwards. Everything else in those videos were great. I forgot about the creatures at night. I have the furloin, or I don't remember what they're called, but they're basically like giant human wolves. Well, yeah, they're just giant, they're scary looking, and I do not want to be caught in the winter biome at night. That was a big piece of advice I remember. So I'm definitely going to have to make sure I build a little house near the biome. That area kind of looks suspicious. You don't think that's the plains, do you? Oh no. Oh no, I definitely think that's the plains. Oh, that's 100% the plains. Wow, look how freaking close that is. Hold on, I'm going to... Oh yeah, you can see it. Guys, our playthrough could be over just like that if I get a little too greedy. It's so funny because once we actually get to an OP level, like, we'll be fine. High stamina builds in this game are gonna be what we're gonna want to go for. One of the guides even talked about wearing troll armor into the winter biome just because of how fast you can be. Like, you can run away from the wolves. Also, I'm gonna have a wolf contingency plan in case I have like a ton of them on my tail. At the beginning of our entry into the frost biome, what I'm going to create is I'm gonna make like obviously like a little ledge. I'm a little base. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, if I ever get like I got like a ton of wolves behind me, I'm just gonna run back to the base and then I'm gonna build like a ledge where you can like jump up and over, and then you can just like shoot arrows down on them. That's kind of what my plan is. I don't really want to explore any crypts right now because the idea is we're supposed to just be some gatherings. I'm trying to get like blueberries while being in here, so hopefully we come across that soon. I also don't know if I'm not really in the mood to kill trolls, so if we do come across them, I'm thinking I just might run away. Oh, another really helpful tip that I was listening. I had finally figured this out after many times going into the winter biome, but you just walk like this. You just casually walk around instead of using all your stamina. And that I thought was actually a really smart point. One that I didn't come to the conclusion of for a long, long time. Oh, hey. Well, I should still mark the crypt just in case. Because you know we're going to need those cores. Actually, the Surtling cores we are going to need really soon. Because I'm also going to build a portal at this other base. So like if we ever got really chased, then what we could do is we could just run into the portal and never come back. You know? Also, fire arrows are super useful. So we're going to want to... It's weird to say this because I never thought I'd say this in my entire life. We need to kill as many grey dwarfs as possible. We need as much resin as possible. Sometimes it is so difficult to just find blueberries. Sometimes they're like in plentiful. And then sometimes they're just not. They're just... Come on, blueberries. Aha! Final freaking Lee. Oh, am I full? Yeah. Oh, it's because I pick up rocks and stupid stuff like that. Well, sounds like a bunch of stuff happening over here. It's a skeleton party. What's going on here? Oh, ooh. I mean, level 2-star skeletons? Are they pretty bad? I mean, I could kind of just meander around them. I'm not taking no chances. Yeah, it's getting to be night, but I think we're gonna work through the night. All right, we're gonna hunt and gather through the night. Just kind of getting really unlucky with these blueberries. I'm going slow and I'm really like combing over where it could be. Oh my, good God. This gray dwarf actually scared me for some reason. There has been no music for 10 minutes and it is just literally so quiet. It actually has been making my hair stand on end. Like, there's nothing. No music at all. I've made my way back over to the frickin' Draugr village. Do you think we can get a troll to come in there and then, like, kill all the... Oh my god. What? There are so many of them. I kind of don't want to fight them. Okay, then now there's music. Jesus. That was spooky. And I heard the swamp creatures, the Draugr, getting kind of antsy. Oh, there's the troll. You think I can get him to follow us? Oh god, I probably should take care of these guys. This is just a mess. Murderer. Alright. So if I take the troll, do you think that... Here. I'll use the power of Eikthyr. The power of Eikthyr compels me. And then we're gonna take him. We're gonna take him to the village. I don't really want to take any health off on him. Hey, Mr. Troll. Can you follow me real quick? Yep. Come on. Now I just gotta remember where it is. I don't think that one troll is gonna be enough to take out, obviously, the village. But I kind of just wanted to see. I've got grounded on the brain. You know how we take the spiders and then we... Or not the spiders. We take any insects and we lead them to the anthill. This is kind of like one of those moments. Alright. Now we watch. Dang. Yeah, see, they're all distracted now. And whatever he kills, maybe I can just reap the rewards? He's just staring. Oh. What you doing, big boy? Well, we made it through the night. I think he destroyed the spawners. He can literally see inside. I want to help him out. Look, he's only like a quarter of the way dead, and he killed that entire base right there. This might be the move, you guys. He is super aggroed on these Draugr, though. Oh, you see me now. Maybe I can open a door for them. There we go. There we go. Man, he's struggling with these big ones. How about this one, little dude? Oh, that doesn't have anything inside it. Maybe I can swoop in here, open the door. Whoop. There you go. Oh my god, this is just crazy. Oh, they killed my troll. And I opened the door. Okay, now it's time for me to leave. My work here is done. I caused chaos. I flee the scene. We have to upgrade our spear before we go into the winter land as well, because it's gotta have more durability than this. We've spent 1 day without repairing it, and this is all it's got? Well, next time I find a troll, I'm absolutely leading the troll back to the swamp again. I wonder how our turnips are doing. It's a turnip, right? I believe that's the seeds we found. We should definitely check on those too. There is a lot of tin over here. Tons of tin. This is where I need to go to mine some tin. All right, how much do I got? 13 gray dwarfs, 20. I really feel like I don't have that much. So inventory check, number 1. We don't really have all that much. Let's keep going. We're gonna have to go back and repair our spear soon. Oh my god. That's just ridiculous. Alright, inventory check. A little better. We're still like a quarter of the way full on everything except for mushrooms. I started gathering feathers because feathers are super important and we're gonna need a lot of them for frost arrows. We're gonna need a lot of them for... Oh, I think we can make our own frost arrows too. I just don't think I have the recipe yet. Blueberries are like the hardest thing to find right now. Good news is we've really filled up our map. I don't want to stand there because that's a death trap. We've really filled out our map a lot. Actually, this is a good time to show you. See? Okay, that didn't work. Hold on. So we went all up through here and then we went, well, actually we started up here because we saw the plains and then we went all the way up and around and back here. So we've really been filling out our map, but not a lot of supplies have come from it yet. All right, we made it in another day. Now it's getting to be dusk, but here's our inventory haul. So, I mean, we got like a good amount of stuff, but I mean, you know, 10 additional feathers. Like, I'd say the deer stuff we got lots of. The hide's great. The meat's great. I would have liked more boars. I could start a boar farm, but nah. I say this haul is pretty good too. The thistles, the dandelions, those are going to be really, really useful. The resin is really useful. Now we need to go back to our other base real quick. Oh, I forgot. We need to go back to the other base because we need to check on our carrots and our farm. You could probably even sleep there. Dang, yeah, it's crazy. This haul wasn't very good. Yeah. Oh, they're sprouting. Okay, by tomorrow in-game. Oh, let's close this door. We're not animals. I'm sure that by the time tomorrow comes around, we'll be able to... Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot none of my fires are lit over here because I haven't spent any time here. So now it's like all dark and spooky. Day 83. Day 83. Look at that. I bet all of them is sprouted. Let's freaking go. Okay. You guys didn't see that because I cut that, but I planted all the carrot seeds again. I have 6 turnips. So I replanted 5 turnip seeds so that way I can, well, 6. So that way I can get more turnips. I'm sure we're going to need that. Let's go ahead and harvest our honey real quick. Okay, so now that we've kind of got all that, I mean, we could bring all this stuff back too. It really doesn't matter. I'm not going to bring the cultivator tool because this stays here. But I found out I have more arrows over here, or more feathers, so that's good. I'll hold on to those. All right, let's go back. All right, the biggest thing is figuring out what we can make. All right, so let's go ahead and pull these, honey, these, and then let's pull some meat. This. Yes, that's what I was looking for. I had a feeling that as soon as I got turnips, I would have gone to be able to create the spice rack. And now we can make sausage links. See, that's what I was thinking I could do. I was like, I know I can make the second spice rack or the upgrading ability, the ability to upgrade the cauldron. I was sitting here like, what do I need? And I hadn't actually figured out the recipe yet with turnips. So a part of me was thinking it was going to be, I was going to need turnips, but I'm super happy that we just figured that out before I ended up crafting a bunch of random stuff. Cool. So let's go ahead and build the spice rack now. There it is. Black soup out of wood. I don't know how that's possible, but okay. I'm gonna just like put our weapons. Oh god. Everything's too full. For like 2 seconds, I'm just gonna put a bunch of stuff in here so I don't have to worry about inventory space. All right, what can we make here? We can make a lot of stuff actually. Sausage links are kind of what I want. Okay, black soup is kind of what I think we should get because deer stew is 45.15. Black soup is 50.17. And we've got a good... yeah. Only 3 turnips. We'll have more soon. Sausages for sure. I'm thinking maybe Queen's Jam in just a second. Actually, wait. So carrot soup is 45 stamina. Queen's soup is 40. Or, I'm sorry, Queen's Jam. Queen's soup. Queen's Jam is 40. So the carrot soup's way better. Okay, hold on. So let's do tears stew for a second here. Okay, so then we need something else here. Grey dwarf eyes, I think. And blood bags. I want to craft more frost resistance just in case. And it's, I guess, just a really good idea just to have, you know, constant potions and stuff too. So what do we need for frost? Dang, a muck shake. Dang, 50? We may want that. Now I'm so caught up in the chefing and the artistry of the cooking meals. I'm gonna tally everything up. So I'm gonna figure out what's the best combination. Okay, I'm gonna do stuff here. I'm gonna do brain stuff. So we also probably don't need a full stack of this, so we can just put that in here. Big thing that we want to look at is I want really high health and I want really high stamina. You can't really have the best of both worlds, but I think with the muck shake, you can. So big thing is this is our best one, I think. So 50 health and 17 stamina. That should be in our first slot. 45 health and 15 stamina. I think you can put these two side by side and they're the same. But this is 3 HP ticks, so the healing is better on this one. So far, we're gonna go ahead and put that over the fish. Next, you have 55 health and 18 stamina. So this is better than your deer stew. So this is 3 HP ticks. I think that should go here. Now we're considering our stamina options here. I'm pretty sure that this versus this, we got 45 stamina and we got 50 stamina, 15 health and 16 health. Okay, well, this is where it's interesting. We have more healing per tick, so 2 HP per tick versus your 1 HP per tick with a duration of 20 minutes and 25 minutes. The deer stew might have it beat. But then again, I actually like that there's 1 more tick of health, and I like that there's 50 more in stamina, so 5 more. That's a tough call. So let's try it out. We are going to be unstoppable. That took a lot of time and resources to get, but look at the destruction. What do I need to do more of the black soup, actually? Turnips. All we can do is wait at that point. Okay, so what we should do is have an alternative then. Our alternative should be this. So we do this. So we got black soup is like our go-to. We're going to go heavy hitting. If we're going into the winter biome, we're going to use this. If it's just a backup substitution, we're going to use deer stew. We're going to use deer stew, then sausages, because those are pretty easy to get, and then the muck shake with a follow-up of carrot soup. Do I need that many food items in my inventory at all times? No. But what happens if we run out of muck shake? We need a substitution. We can't use all of our muck shake, you know what I mean? But oh my gosh, look how insane our health is. That is, wow. And then when you even look at our stamina, I don't think I was ever this optimized in my last playthroughs. Day 84. Day 84. Dang, I feel like unstoppable. Like, look, I could run and run and run and be fine. Okay, so this is kind of what our inventory looks like now. The biggest thing is just not running out of a bunch of stuff. I think I am going to need to go, let me see what it takes to craft sausages again. Oh, it's boar meat. That's the biggest thing. So I just can't run out of a lot of this stuff. And that's what I'm a little worried about, is because I'm going to have to go through another farming adventure, which I know it's the most fun to watch ever, really. I'm sure that you guys were never more amused than watching this episode. But we also, oh, forgot to show you guys. I ended up tossing more frost resistance into here. I ended up, oh, gotta pick that up. Minor stamina, and then I also put more medium healing. So that way we can max out all the way up to 10, and then we can max out all the way up to 10. And then actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we probably should have a chest in here that goes without saying. We should probably be, okay, well, what do you guys think? You know, after taking a look at our inventory, overall health bar, overall stamina bar, do you guys think we're ready for the winter biome? I think we are. I think, but what I want to do next episode is I want to upgrade all the gear that we have. So I want a better bow. So I want like level 3 or 4. I want a level 3 or 4 ancient bark spear, and that's because of durability. I'm running into a problem with the spear that I figured out in this episode, where it just is like the durability sucks. The buckler I also want to increase, because that's going to be our saving grace against the wolves. I think we're having all of this. So the carrot soup, the muck shake, the sausages, the deer stew, black soup. Next episode, we're going to do more gathering, upgrading, and all of these things and combined together are just making it so that we're able to go into the frost biome, you know? Remember, this is like, we haven't died yet, so we're starting to get into some harder territories. I am not gonna let one thing screw us up, okay? I'm gonna take my time gathering resources, upgrading equipment. I'm just gonna really hone those things in, and then we're gonna, because again, you know, you can cheese the bosses, but it's the mobs that you get stuck on. So that's what I'm really most scared of, is accidentally getting into a situation where you get lagged on a wolf and then multiple, and they hit you pretty hard, you know? So all in all, I think we're getting there. We're almost ready. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll go ahead and end this episode here. As promised, next episode, we're going to be doing a lot of upgrading and equipment, upgrading of the equipment, and of course, gathering more resources so that way we can have more muck shake, more carrot soup, and fun things like that. Black soup as well. We're also going to need a ton of fire arrows, so more resin, more wood. So next one, we're doing more mining for resources versus gathering for resources. I think that's 2 different distinct categories you kind of have to consider. One's you're just running around and picking a bunch of stuff up, which we did, and we actually put all that to good use. The thistles we picked up, the dandelions we picked up, all of that went to great use. And all of the the mead-based solutions and the potions that we're making. So with that being said, if you guys did enjoy the episode or you've enjoyed this series so far, please consider liking and subscribing. Of course, subscribing if you're new and liking if you're not new. New and not new alike. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be seeing you Vikings in tomorrow's episode. Mwah.